The truth we don't want to admit: you're not lazy, you're not broken, you're just stuck. Stuck in a cycle of, I'll do it tomorrow, that's quietly stealing your future. Let's be honest. How many times have you told yourself, I'll start tomorrow, I just need to feel ready, or I'm just not in the mood right now. And then, that tomorrow becomes next week becomes next month, and soon, another year has passed. But deep down, you know it. You feel that uncomfortable ache when you put something off. It's that quiet voice inside you that whispers, this isn't what I'm meant to be doing. We try to silence that voice with distractions, scrolling, binge-watching, overthinking, and we call it taking a break. But really, we're just avoiding the weight of responsibility. Let me tell you something you might need to hear today. Procrastination is not a time problem. It's an emotional one. It's fear. It's self-doubt. It's perfectionism. It's the pressure of your own potential crushing you before you even begin. And that pressure, it makes your brain crave relief. So it offers you the easiest escape: distraction. But distraction is just a slow death in disguise. You're not lazy. If it were laziness, you wouldn't feel guilty. You wouldn't feel like something's missing. You feel it because you care. Because somewhere inside you, there's a version of yourself screaming to be seen, a version that wants to build, to grow, to do something meaningful. But that version of you can't survive if you keep postponing your life. You might think, it's just a few hours wasted today. But time doesn't disappear, it compounds. One missed hour becomes one missed day. One missed opportunity becomes a lifetime of wondering what could have been. So let me ask you this. What are you postponing right now? A project? A dream? A difficult conversation? A better version of yourself? And more importantly, how long will you keep waiting? This isn't the time to judge yourself. It's the time to understand. Because once you know why you're stuck, you can finally break free. Stick with me, because in the next few minutes, we're going to dive deep. We'll explore the psychology, the science, and the soul of procrastination. And by the end of this video, you'll have the tools to break the cycle forever. Let's start this journey. Not tomorrow. Right now. Why we procrastinate, the hidden enemy. Inside, we all want to change. We all say we want to be better. So why is it so hard to actually start? Here's the truth. Your brain isn't wired for growth. It's wired for safety. Every time you try to start something new, launch a project, build a new habit, speak up, your brain senses risk, not logical risk, but emotional risk. What if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? What if people laugh at me? So instead of pushing forward, your brain does something sneaky. It whispers, let's clean the room first. Let's scroll for 5 minutes. Let's wait until it feels right. But the right time never comes. This is your brain trying to protect you from discomfort, from rejection, from the fear of not being perfect. And that's where most people get it wrong. They think procrastination is laziness, but it's actually emotional self-defense. Think about this. Have you ever procrastinated on something that didn't matter to you? No, we procrastinate on the things that mean the most. The things that have the power to change our lives. Because change feels scary. It feels like stepping into a dark tunnel with no guarantee of success. But here's the twist. That tunnel you're afraid to enter? That's where your future is hiding. The reason you keep putting things off isn't because you don't care. It's because you care too much. You're afraid of giving your all and still failing. So instead, you hold back. You wait, you delay, because as long as you haven't tried fully, you can still believe the illusion. I could have done it if I really tried. But what if you did try? What if you gave yourself fully to your dream, not worrying about perfect timing, not fearing what others will think, not waiting until you feel ready? What if you just started? Because here's a truth you need to tattoo on your soul. Action cures fear, not thinking, not planning, not waiting, action. The smallest step forward will always beat the perfect plan that never begins. So the next time that voice in your head says, "Not now," ask it, if not now, when? In the next section, I'll show you exactly how to win this war in your mind, not with force, but with strategy. You don't need more motivation. You need to understand how to work with your brain, not against it. Let's go deeper. How to win the war, the art of gentle action. So how do you fight procrastination? You don't. You befriend it. You stop treating yourself like a machine that's broken and start treating yourself like a human who's afraid. Because that's what procrastination really is. A signal, not a flaw, a soft whisper saying, "I don't feel safe yet." So instead of pushing harder, you invite your fear to walk with you. You say, "I know you're scared. Let's go anyway." This is where the Japanese philosophy of shikata ganai becomes your ally. It means it cannot be helped, not in a hopeless way, but in a powerful, freeing way. It's about radical acceptance, accepting that fear will show up, that doubt will knock, that the timing will never be perfect. And you'll move anyway, because progress doesn't come from feeling ready. It comes from doing it scared. So here's how you move forward. Gently, powerfully, daily. The 5-minute promise. Tell yourself, "I'll do just 5 minutes, not an hour. Not the whole task, just 5 minutes." Because once you start, momentum begins, and action silences fear. Make it ridiculously small. Want to write a book? Start with 1 sentence. Want to work out? Do 1 push-up. Your brain fears big leaps. But tiny steps, they're disarming. They trick your fear into staying quiet. Create a ritual, not a goal. Goals are future-focused. Rituals are now focused. Instead of saying, "I'll finish this project," say, "Every morning at 9 I'll sit and work for 10 minutes. No pressure, just presence." That's how consistency is built. Use the power of Ichigo Ichi. This moment will never come again. You will never live this exact minute again. Ichigo Ichi reminds us to honor the now, to show up fully, to create with the heart of someone who knows this chance is once in a lifetime. Not someday, today. This breath, this heartbeat, this second. Because what you do now builds who you become later. You'll learn how to transform procrastination from a prison into a portal. We're just getting the portal hidden, inside the pain. What if procrastination isn't the enemy? What if it's the invitation? The pain you feel when you avoid your dream, that ache, that guilt, that frustration, is not a punishment. It's a message, a soft echo, saying there's something important here, something sacred. Don't look away. Because the truth is, we don't procrastinate on things that mean nothing to us. We procrastinate on the things that mean everything. Your dream scares you because it matters. Because a part of your soul is stitched into it. Because finishing it means showing the world who you really are. And that's terrifying. But here's where another Japanese truth enters. Muga, no self. It teaches us that when we lose the ego, we gain the flow. You don't need to create from the fear of being judged. You can create from the joy of becoming. Empty of fear, empty of perfection, empty of pressure, just you. The moment, and the art of becoming a vessel. You don't have to be amazing. You just have to be honest. And that honesty, that's where magic lives. So let's reframe the pain. That fear of starting? It's proof you care. That discomfort? It's growth whispering, "I'm here." That guilt? It's your deeper self saying, "Please don't forget me." Even procrastination is part of your becoming. It's part of the path, not a mistake. but a mirror. Use it, write through it, build through it. Show up with the fear in your pocket, but still show up, because courage is not the absence of resistance, it's the decision to dance with it. The simplest truth that changes everything. Here's what they don't tell you. You don't need to feel ready. You don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need the perfect morning routine or a 10-step plan. You just need this moment, this tiny sliver of time you're living right now. This is the doorway. Not tomorrow, not next Monday. Now. Because the truth is, the way out of procrastination is not some grand leap. It's a whisper, a single action, one small step, done gently, done imperfectly, in. Japanese philosophy, they call this Kaizen, the art of continuous improvement through tiny, almost invisible progress. It's not about forcing your way through resistance. It's about slipping around it with softness, with kindness, with curiosity. Write one sentence. Take one breath. Clean one corner of your room. Say one word into the camera. Do one push-up, and then pause, breathe, and let the pride of showing up, even if it's just 1%, wrap around you like a warm blanket. Because here's the final truth, you are not lazy. You are layered. You are not broken. You are becoming. And that version of you, the one who is calm, consistent, courageous, they're not far away. They're already here. Every time you choose to start again, you are remembering who you really are. Not someone who needs fixing, but someone who is awakening. Final words. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Make this one count. Close this video. Do the smallest thing and do it with love. You've got this, and I'm proud of you.